10%. So the support from my immediate family was absolutely amazing and was very good, alhamdulillah. But the support from my other families wasn't so good. They still, I mean, it's been nearly 2.5 years now. This year will be my third Ramadan. They still not very happy with me. They still feel very uncomfortable with me. My daddy, she's, always asking, what is this religion? What is this religion doing to you? Why are you this? Why are you doing this? Every time they see me going and doing my prayers on time, things like that. I mean, they're happy, they're very proud that she's changed, she's changed so much. Actually, she's much calmer. She's not fighting with everyone. She forgets and forgives people. She's helping always, So, yeah, so the changes they see in me, it's great. Like, they're really very happy and proud of me. But at the same time, there are certain families who are still not happy. They're still thinking, it's been 2 years, she will come back to us, she will, to them, I'm not one of them anymore. I'm not a true Indian. I'm not a true South Indian to them. There were a lot of friends who were supporting me, but it was just for a show. I lost a lot of friends when I became Muslim, but then there were a lot of friends who were still there, and they, I kept saying to them, you tell me, just because I'm a Muslim, how have I changed? And then they'll say, oh, you don't talk much, you don't go out with us, you don't drink anymore, you don't party anymore. And I said, but that's something I wanted to change in a very long time. It's not just because I become a Muslim, because before I became a Muslim, I started changing my lifestyle anyway. I started only hanging out with good friends, I stopped going out, and I just didn't like the party environment where people were drinking alcohol, smoking, it's sort of like really, I wasn't very interested. And then when I did become Muslim, it really helped me because not much changed by then. So I said to my friends, well, and whenever you guys invited me for a drink, I always said no before I became Muslim. So now I am a Muslim, so I'm saying the same thing. So I haven't changed much. So they tested me for a very long time. And same thing, my family tested me for a very long time. I mean, it's a big thing when Diwali comes, the puja and all that they usually have, the weddings and all that. So they will invite me, so I will go there as a respect, I want to be with my family. So I'll go there, yet I'll make sure I don't touch, the food which I'm not supposed to be eating. I will, keep myself away from doing their prayer and participating in their, So they were watching me very closely, and they were really watching me to sort of pick up on things and then sort of throw it back at me. So I was being very careful. At the same time, I have to remind myself, well, this is my family, I don't want to lose them, so I have to keep them happy. But at the same time, I want them to understand why I am what I am today. And one of the main reasons, I wanted them to sort of come near Islam as well. So finally, I mean, my mum and dad, they know Islam is the true religion. They know in their heart that this is a very good religion, yet they can't really accept Islam because they're thinking what the community will say, what other families will say, This is what we've been following for years and years, we must follow this. But I know in my heart they're really proud of me. They really want to, especially my mother, she always says, oh, your Islam is so good, You people, if you say you don't want to eat haram food, you don't eat haram food. Because I have been with my family where, it's like all haram food, the food is not halal. And I'm sitting there, they're all eating, they're having a big feast, yet I'm sitting there like not bothered at all. And they'll watch me, and they keep saying, oh, who cares, come and eat, I said, yeah, no one's watching, but Allah's watching, I'm not doing this to make you happy or to make my Muslim friends happy, I'm doing this for Allah. So, yeah, they tested me for a very long time. They're still testing me, but they're very supportive. They're very, very supportive. I absolutely love doing my prayers, 5 times prayers. If I miss a prayer or if I don't do my prayer in time, I always know, I always feel like something's missing. I sort of feel very scared. My colleagues at work, they always teasing me about wearing hijab, Oh, why do you want to wear hijab? Why do you want to cover your body, God made you to sort of show yourself, you know, you need to be attracted and all those sort of things, you know. And before I became Muslim, I used to think like that as well. But now that I'm a Muslim, just dressing up like a Muslim woman, it just gives me that protection, that, you know, it's like a respect thing, really. What the respect I was getting from people before I was a Muslim and the respect I'm getting from people now becoming a Muslim, there's a vast difference. Absolutely. I cannot describe in words the respect I'm getting now. And I'll give you an example. I was traveling in train one day and I was wearing my hijab, and the train was packed, and the people sort of looked at me, and I thought, oh my God, they must be thinking, who's this woman, you know, here comes a Muslim woman. And it was in New Zealand. But one of the men, he stood up and gave me a seat to sit down. Now, after a few days, I tried, without wearing hijab, I tried the same thing. The train was packed, and no one bothered to look at me, you know. So, yeah, that was a really good thing. And then sort of like I went out and I said to my friends, oh wow, you know, wearing hijab. You know, the sort of response you get from people, it's not always bad. What I want to really say, just myself, from a person who used to hate Islam, I will once again say the word hate, and look at me today, you know, what I am today. My friends are just they were so shocked that the one person they thought who will never accept Islam or go anywhere near Islam, if she can do it, then I'm sure, you know, my non-Muslim friends out there, you can do it as well. The main thing is education. You must educate yourself. You must learn about why people are committing suicide. I mean, I still question myself, you know, why we have all these suicidal bombings. But if you actually, you know, really find out why they're doing it and stop listening to the media, stop watching what is shown on the TV, because that's the biggest problem. And I think that's where I went wrong as well, because I started watching TV too much. I started listening to Americans, you know, these Christian people. Because I feel it's really nothing to do with the religion. It's very political, you know, so they sort of using the religion to have this war between the Muslim people and non-Muslims. So to my brothers and sisters out there in Fiji, in New Zealand, and all over the country really, non-Muslims, my advice to you is, if you don't know something, you know, go out and ask people, ask a Muslim person, and just not one Muslim person, because I found a lot of time one Muslim person may say something and then you go and ask another Muslim person, they might say something else. So you must talk to the right person, you know, a person who knows about Islam, good scholars. Internet is a good place if you want to know. If you want to know things like why this, why that, what is Islam all about, internet is another good place to learn a lot about Islam. In reading books, really, I mean, the best thing I think is reading Quran. Reading Quran helped me more than reading anything or listening to anyone, you know. If I was unsure about something, I always read Quran. And of course, understanding Quran is very difficult, because to me it's like in a totally different language. But then again, if you break it down and you get it translated in your language or in a proper English, then there's, you know, it's a very good, yeah. So really, I would advise people to read Quran first of all before taking the religion of Islam, before taking Muslim people. I mean, really, I want to say, if I can do it, and a lot of my friends out there, especially in Fiji, I mean, you know me, what sort of a person I was, you know. I never liked changing. I didn't like changes in life. I was a very strong following Hindu girl. You know, and if I can do it, I'm sure with the right knowledge, you know, you will come to the path of Islam.